So I'm here in Gippsland, West Gippsland to be specific, with Patrick Sullivan, who makes wonderful wine in this part of the world. Patrick, what is special about Gippsland? You're a great advocate for this part of the world. Why are you here?
I was sitting in a lecture theatre at the University of Adelaide. I think I was second year. I was studying viticulture at Adelaide University, and we were the last students to come through under Peter Dry. And obviously in 2008, 2007, global warming and climate change was a big feature. And so Peter Dry pulled up his climate change map, and he had the whole of Australia, and there was a circle around this part of Victoria, and I put my hand up and said, "What is that?" And he said, "That part of the world's an anomaly. Things just don't change there. We don't know why." Coming from central Victoria during the great drought of sort of the late 90s, early 2000s, I was like, that's where I'm going to go. I'm here specifically because it has the soils that I find interesting, which are the basalt, the volcanic soils. It has high rainfall, so we can dry grow, and it's got high humidity, so we have very soft light. And I think those things, combined with a cool climate, can produce wines that I find, to me, are very expressive and unique.
So you specialise in Pinot Noir and Chardonnay.
Exactly, yep.
And the high humidity in the atmosphere here means that, and the high rainfall mean that you don't have to irrigate your vines. Is that important to you?
It is. For me, the non-irrigation allows for, in the older vines, a root system which is expansive, which one would suggest would have more access to an array of nutrient, which obviously flows back into the vines, which I think makes wines. I mean, you can taste it in the wines from, particularly, we're at the Bull Swamp Vineyard, particularly in the older stuff from the north-facing part of the vineyard. We get this really lovely saline character that swims through the wines, which is purely because of the high nutrient in the soil and the deep roots. And
deep root system means they can sustain themselves even through dry periods. We're in West Gippsland, so you're only an hour and a bit from Melbourne. There's an awful lot more of Gippsland that could be explored for viticulture.
Yeah, I mean, all the way through here, there's thousands and thousands of hectares of this basalt-rich, high fertile rainfall part of the world that's really suited to grape growing and grape growing at the really high end. And I think as technology becomes more accessible and sprays and are more well timed, and we just get a better handle on what's happening, this part of the world will become a pretty important part of Australian viticulture.
Very exciting, really, to be in on the ground floor. You're still a young man. And, it could be just the beginning of a very exciting future for the Gippsland region as a whole. I
think it's incredibly exciting. Yeah, I think there's a lot of young influence here, a lot of people coming here because they're passionate about wine and what it can do. And being so close to the city, we the inflow of tourism, which obviously helps form a wine region. We can't forget about the tourism side of things. So to have young people in here that are enthusiastic, that are passionate about wine, that are really want to testing the waters of what's possible to achieve the things that they've all got aspiration. And you have to have aspiration and a drive to be in this part of the world, because it is challenging, but the result's certainly there in the bottle.
So as Patrick says, we're at Warragul, or near Warragul. It's an hour from the coast, an hour from the snow, and an hour from Melbourne. I mean, pretty bloody terrific place to be.
It's a pretty nice place to be, and we're nestled right against great wine regions like Mornington Peninsula and the Yarra Valley. So we're all, it's a really nice kind of day or two trip to visit many places at once.
Great, Patrick. Thanks for chatting to us.
Cool. Thanks.